All right, what's up, guys? This is the first episode of the Key Bookstore podcast. Our theme for August 22 is Mo Money, Mo Problems.
Here.
We clearly this is our first episode. We first of all definitely want to thank our sponsors, Hog River Brewery, right here in Hartford, Connecticut, for sponsoring our podcast and allowing us to be in this beautiful space.
Cheers.
So let's get right into it, guys.
All right.
Cheers. Yes.
All right. Cheers.
Non-alcoholic right here, you feel me?
Hey.
Non-alcoholic.
Clink. Come on, eat. Bad luck, we don't.
All right.
Yes.
Now, who is everybody?
Let's start from the left.
Starting from the left. Hi, my name is Alisa Arroyo. Nice to meet you. Love to be here. Go ahead, take it away.
Hey.
You're funny, dude. What's good, everybody? I'm Dre, a.k.a. Dre_the_prophet on IG.
You already know who it is. This is the Key Bookstore, period.
Yo, this is Malik_Aditi. My shirt is fire. I'm ready.
Okay, he ready. So
Your shirt is fire.
The shirt
rest
is.
of us. So let's kick it off. What do we want to talk about first?
So, how about, can we discuss personal lifestyle dreams if money was not a limiting factor?
Mm.
Take a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take it too long.
Mm-hmm. Personal lifestyle dreams.
Okay, I'm gonna let you dream right there. So, for me, I'm gonna say personally, my life. I would like the biggest library in my house for sure. I want to be able to buy as many books as I want. No corny shit. You feel me? I would want to be able to buy custom clothes. I'm 4'9", and I'd love to just be able to get everything custom, you feel me, to match my style like flawlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for me, honestly, money makes the world go round. We know that, but it like doesn't make my world go round. Mm-hmm. So I would more or less keep things the same. Probably wouldn't be living in CT.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I know, right?
But I would try to strive for more experiences. So whether that be, if I could bring a couple friends around, on some trips, you're gonna travel with me, sure.
With that.
But just to, have more experiences that I wouldn't get a chance to without money, flying to different places, experiencing new food, new cultures, like what else is out there. Everything that's right here, I'm not buying, Gucci and this, and it's fine. How my lifestyle is right now, but I would just enhance it with where I would go.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. If money wasn't a problem, and I had some shoes that matched the fire Gucci jacket, I'd buy the Gucci.
I feel you.
If I could live in somewhere in Sicily, I don't know, I feel like Sicily got the bomb view over the ocean and a nice breeze when you wake up to, take a good inhale and smoke some good weed and just make art and shit like that. That's where I want to be at. I feel like Sicily looks like that. I'm going off of Rick Ross energy right now. Like, I feel like Rick Ross got a fire song about Sicily. So,
Okay.
that's what my life would feel like and look like.
I feel like COVID, honestly, kickstarted a lot of different pathways because of remote working. Mm-hmm. So some of those lifestyle capable, ideas, whatever, can be attainable. You work remote, go live in Italy. You could do that. There's more opportunities for that.
Yeah, I think for me, I think what I value most is my time, and a lot of times, you trade money, working for money for time. So if money was a thing, I'd be spending my time just working on just passion projects that I just want to do, regardless of if it makes money or not. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of times, especially now, I'm kind of split. Working and then, taking that money to go work on things that I really love to do. So I'll do a lot more of that. I would also travel a lot. And I don't really, I don't want the pressure of having to feel like I got to do something at a certain time when I don't want to do it. I think that's like the most annoying thing for me. And I think that's what like real like freedom is. Like you get to do stuff on your time.
This nigga speaking for the world.
It's a fact.
I think that flows into our next question of what would your business dreams and goals, like your career goals, be if money wasn't a limiting factor in that?
For me, I'm not going off of something that's way ahead of me. I'm going off of something that I could attain. That's probably the nearest to me. So my career would really just be living, to be honest with you. Everything that I do in my life is I want it to be lucrative, from me working out. If I could benefit from that in so many other ways, of course, I'll work out and I'll do art. And if I'm feel like driving around, why not turn that into something that I could benefit from and that other people could benefit from? I think if you serving people, then you're doing something beneficial because we're all in service to each other. So that's how I look at it. And yeah, so my career right now, my next career would be to keep turning my art into other things than just posters or canvases, because I like to take it with me. I want to look at it when I want to look at it. So I think transferring it to clothing is fire. And if I can, what's the step beyond that? I got to get to where I'm trying to go to see that. So yeah, I want to succeed on my shirts.
I will say I like that, just the inspire part, because Nipsey Hussle, the greatest human act is to inspire. And so at least for my career, so if I stayed in my career, but money was a limiting factor, is what or would I? Go ahead.
Well, sometimes we take positions because of the money, or don't take positions because of the money. So yeah.
So my current career is not because of the money. I made sure that I picked something that would cover all my basic needs and then some of my wants. If money was not a limiting factor, I would still be in my field, just maybe a little differently. I think after school programs are great. Those are first things to get shut down, first things to get cut. And it's that's what kids need.
Inspirational things.
Right.
Is your after school program.
Where they can find themselves, where they're able to express themselves, where they're seeing those posters, where they're learning how to do digital art, So it's you're not learning that in the regular typical school setting all the way. There are different classes, stuff like that. But I do a whole bunch of after school programs.
Okay.
What was the question again?
Sir, to tap in with us.
Nah, I'm with you. It's just I'm be listening to everybody answer. I'm like, damn, that's good.
We don't have to, answer it all every time.
I know that Hog River Brewery, hitting right now, but stay tapped in with.
I am. I'm here, tapped in, crazy. Brewery, tap.
What would be your lifestyle?
Yeah, you touched.
You said career.
Yeah.
What my career be? I think my career would be just working on different passion projects. And I think honestly, it would be putting people in positions to do the things they love as well. I heard, service to others is probably one of the best things you could probably do in life. So, I would really want to put people in positions to win. Outside of just thinking about monetary gain and monetary return, I think education is a space we all kind of really lack in. Especially with trying to understand what money is. I think it's super important to even trying to level things down to really figure out what money is and what are all these things, credit and, bonds, stocks and bonds. What are all these things? It's like you go through school and you don't even know what none of this stuff is. And you get out and you got homies that be like, yo, I hit a lick on this stock or, I'm investing in this crypto. But I feel like the fundamentals are never there to really understand what are the origins of all these things. So a lot of times, especially now, I've been investing a lot of time to kind of figure out what money is, to be honest.
That's what
so I'm not just chasing my tail. If that makes sense.
And honestly, that goes right into the next question of, because we're here, our mindset is how they are because of where we grew up, what we saw, what we heard, what we watch, what we read. So what are some of your least or favorite phrases that maybe you heard growing up revolving around money and financials
I got it.
situations?
I remember my mom used to be like, "Can't afford it," and you got McDonald's money. That's a fact. Those ring off in my head for
The
sure.
thing I can't get out of my head is like, who drank the last bit of the juice? Who drank up all the milk? But so it's like, damn, I don't want to be the last one to take this last drop, so I'm gonna take half of the last drop
Crazy.
of milk, so it's not on my head.
Yo, I don't believe in buying things just because they're cheap. Like, I grew up seeing that because we can afford it and it's cheap, and we've acquired a lot of stuff that broke quickly. That shit annoyed me. So I think I definitely like prefer quality, but I also learned that, and I was told that if you can make gold from, I would say, like coal, it means that if you can get a pack of pencils and paintbrushes from the dollar store and you can create a master art piece with that, then that means you that N-word. Can I say that? Can I say it? Can I say
Can we curse
you that?
Yeah, we can.
That means that you that nigga. So if you could perfect your skills,
That's what it's about.
you know what I'm saying? Like
What they call that?
using the low quality alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm with that.
Just because.
So I don't want to. I'm
Water
not.
to wine kind of thing.
Yeah. Turn the water to wine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
The water good too.
that's where
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
at with money. Like,
that too.
but my favorite quote I probably saw from YouTube, and dude said, "I love money and money loves me." And then there's this preacher guy on YouTube too who says something like that to that effect. And I used to grow up thinking money was evil, type shit.
Yep.
So and then I tried to magnetize myself, but like saying money loves me after I spent a lifetime of calling it evil, I tried to change his mind about me. Like, nah, I'm on your side, bro. So I love money for real. I love getting it.
So like I said, I like money, but I feel like my life's not about it. My dad always said, like, you can always make more. You can always make more. So like, if you need something right now, buy that. You know, if it's something that you truly want, you can then get that. You know, now if you want it because somebody else got it, then you gotta look at that. But you know you can always make more. So like, where you spent all that time to make that money, where are you spending that money now? Growing up, I always heard save for rainy day. I hated hearing it because I was like, what am I saving for? Like, what is this? What does it rain? When is it raining? You know? And I was telling Malik earlier that it was raining. It was a Tuesday. I remember my sister was like, hey, we were on summer break. Do you want to go to Scotland? Yeah. Let's
Go to Scotland.
Let's go to Scotland.
Big flag.
And we got up and left because we stay for a rainy day. You know, there's been times where like I don't live myself paycheck to paycheck. Like I always make sure, like I pretend I do kind of thing. Like I can't go. I'm not going because I'm being, you know, smart about where I'm spending my money at. But I always have for that rainy day. You don't know how big it's gonna rain. You don't know if your apartment would catch on fire, car accident. You just never know what's going to happen, right?
Damn.
Real shit.
So saving, but also with that being said, that's still in my mind to save, and saving is not how you actually, you know, gain wealth, you know, have that wealth. So still kind of shifting mindsets and trying to figure out that aspect. But I said, you know, I still save. I'm not spending my check, you know.
It
All of
rains
it.
a lot out here too, so that's kind of crazy. Like I'd be really disappointed saving because next week,
Not actually rain.
well,
You mean like figurative rain, right? That's what I'm talking about.
yes,
Right.
All right.
Figuratively.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to tie it together.
I was about to figure it out.
that was a joke. You know, you're from Cali, so
Yeah, and that really would have made sense out there.
Exactly.
So, okay, what about people that kind of reflect our financial status goals? Who kind of do we look up to as like, oh, I like how they put that together. I like how they do that. Like I'm saving or I'm working towards kind of a lifestyle like that.
I like the lifestyle, how Dre was saying, like where you feel free.
So
Whoever has a lifestyle that you,
I ain't saying I'm living like that.
you know,
That's the
that's
goal.
the goal. That's the goal.
Give me a year.
You know, like if you're living free, that's what I want. You know, I don't want the people who work 12 hours a day, they getting money, but 12 hours a day, and you know, they go home and their time is still not theirs. Like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think that the people who's living like that, I don't even know where they at.
the 12 hours.
I don't even know when I'm looking at them in their face. Yeah, like the people
Yeah.
who's living the life I like, I probably walk by them in the grocery store.
That's a fact.
You feel me? So
They get
That's a
shit.
fact. What I learned over time, it's all about being private. The people who live like that live in the private. They don't deal, like, their money matters aren't in the public sphere. They're not trading on public
Telling you how to do it.
yeah, or they're not trading like on like the stock market and stuff like that. Everything they do is in private. So like people that I aspire to live like, it's like I got a couple people like I've been learning from, like mentors, quote unquote, or what have you. And I got a couple of homies that are kind of like, I don't want to say they live not off grid, but they tap into the system that we live into when they need to. You feel me? But it's like everything they do is pretty self-sustaining. You know, if they want a loan, they borrow from themselves, like, you know, borrow from their own life insurance policy. And then they take things, or they get assets and they put it in their own trust. You feel me? And, you know, you do stuff like that, you don't get taxed on it. A lot of times a lot of the issues that we deal with, they have to do it like taxes. You feel me? Or we be in bondage from like mortgages and, you know, car payments and crazy stuff like that. But, you know, certain people that I kind of tapped in with, they kind of like circumvented the system in a certain way, and they spend their time teaching about,
There's so
not
many
to say
ways.
money, but like living, you know, freely, I should say.
right, it's really a mind state, yo. Like the older I get and the more wisdom I acquire, I realize it's pretty simple what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you just know what to listen to, what to pay attention to, or just like what not to stress about. If I didn't have certain stresses in my life, I know exactly what to pay attention to.
And that part, because that's what some people have. They don't have the stressors of life. They don't have to, you know, think about making this. They don't have to think about that last bit of juice or anything like that. So it's like they don't have to overhear anything. They're getting it firsthand. Their father's telling them this. Their brother's telling them.
That's
Like
fire,
they're in the know.
Yeah.
And me included, you were saying that you had a mentor. It's like we're trying to find those avenues where it's like, how can I get that information?
Yeah, it's hard. I think honestly, when you get to that level of things, you got to learn on your own. Because it's like what you've been taught, honestly, like think about it. Like I said, it's about private, not public. You get taught in public school, you feel me? You're not really getting the real game.
Yeah.
When
Is
you-
anybody on YouTube living like how they be?
Yeah, there's some people giving the little nuggets and stuff like that. And there's some people that say, like, for instance, I'll hear certain things and I'll be like, oh, that person's on that type of time. Like they know what's up. But they could be having a whole conversation and you'll never be able to pick up what they're talking about. And I think like in my opinion, the biggest thing that we fall victim to is paperwork. And it's crazy because you'll see like all the stuff that people like, a lot of times we have money issues because we file paperwork not incorrectly. We file it the way we're supposed to file it, but there's so many other ways that you can file for yourself that will give you an advantage. And that's something I learned like within the last like year, you feel me? So like correcting your paperwork will put you in a different status where you wouldn't have to deal with some of the necessary, ordinary issues that we deal with. Like people get money issues because we don't take responsibility for ourselves.
Right.
Like, I bet I'm gonna get this lawyer to go look this over. Then the lawyers rob people, you feel me? And I'm gonna get this accountant to look this over. And if you're not cool with the accountant to rob you.
Oh,
So
that
not
part.
jurisdiction, you know what I'm saying, over yourself type of thing.
I really want to highlight the accounting of it all in our own you can't trust anybody fully to say, oh, you're the expert, you take care of this for me, and I don't understand any of it. there's a high probability that you're going to be set up for failure. Even if you thought you understood that you were filing this correctly or this and that, everybody has to be on the same level of understanding. So that professionalism and expertise, I believe, totally needs to be within the public sector, like fully.
Ignorance is not the wave.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, you have to learn if you're interested in something, you have to learn something about what you're interested in. Even if you want me to do some art for you, it would behoove you to learn something about what it is that you want, the terminologies or whatever, because you're interested in art to some degree. You might not be able to create it, but if you speak to me, I'm going to tell you things, right? And then you ask for certain definitions or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the game. You just have to want to know the game. If you're just trying to get a quick buck out of something, you're going to miss the game. You feel me? But if you take the game, you can turn that into something else. You don't have to create no art, but you might be able to sell some art. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to turn something into something that you're able to sell or whatever and connect. So
You gotta know the language.
there it is. That's all it is. We all speak in different languages, but just listen, yo. Just listen.
So next idea, what about TV shows? What kind of TV show lifestyles kind of like blessed us with inspiring us to live kind of like that? I guess you could think of like a Fresh Prince
I
vibe.
don't know why I'm thinking of Family Matters. Because I do not care about Family Matters. That's all I think about. Right.
Put all the TV shows in your head, like,
You
what
want to
do
talk
I
to dog? Like,
No.
what?
Don't go to someone else right now. Like, I don't know.
TV show?
TV.
I know I didn't want to live like Everybody Hates Chris. Pops and sheep, son. Like I was like,
Yeah, that's my pops right
No,
there.
I
No
honestly-
cap.
I feel like I've made my lifestyle
Similar.
now
oh, word.
similar. Yep. I say that because they was on the same page. They a team holding it down on the whole block. So, but I'm gonna keep thinking.
So I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Do you think that you're like this now because of that juice when you was little? Like, you know, like is that
for real? I'm like, when I think about it, it's like always in the back of my head, like, you know, I don't want to run out of milk. It's gonna mess with me psychologically if I don't have enough milk in the house. It's gonna so. You know,
Oh, don't block yourself.
See, now
we'll talk.
Psychologically.
That's why we doing this podcast episode with Hog River Brewery in Hartford, Connecticut.
You got constipated psychologically from the milk. That's crazy.
I think the low key, I used to rock with MTV Cribs back in the day.
Oh, snap.
Cribs used to be hard. Like even when I was a kid, like yo, damn, they got a crib like that. Even though I know they got some of the people got hit up for not having, it wasn't a real crib, they was renting a crib.
Right.
But still it was like something that you could aspire to see, like, damn, they got a crib like that. I want to have 3 pools in my joint, you know what I'm saying? Indoor pool, outdoor, what did they say? Indoor pool?
Outdoor pools.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I think that was kind of like important to me.
Yeah, because just to see what they had, like they had a fridge that would look like it was part of the cupboard or something that came out of the ground, and TV doing this, and it's just like I didn't know to get that because I didn't know that was there. So it's like opening your eyes to more things. Not to say that you need 2 indoor pools or 2 outdoor pools, but to see someone get it, it's like, all right, well, it's out there.
Yeah,
You know?
it's an option.
Listen,
Yeah.
they call that, what they call that, curating. So for people out there that like to set rooms up and you don't know the word for that, is curating, right? So somebody might want their house to feel a way. You might know a way to do that for a cheaper price than what they do. You're a curator. You know what I'm saying? Work on the vibe. You got, when you playing music and you got a playlist and you can picture it and you building the whole room to that playlist, that's curating.
Wow, I felt like you just spoke my humble abode. That's what it felt like.
Word.
It's a whole vibe.
Yes. So you can be a curator now.
Curated. Gotta go
I
look
used to
up
love
some
the
technology.
MTV Cribs was fire too though. Like some cribs, like back then when I thought they really lived there,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that shit is great. That shit was crazy.
It was crazy. I seen Redman crib. It was just
Redman was trash.
Redman, no disrespect. Redman, I was like, Redman crib, like, you know what I'm saying? I know that's my man's.
Okay.
I respect the realness.
Yeah,
Like,
check
you
him out.
know, more than anything. But
That
that's my
shit
man.
was trash. Home had like a box of pizza under the bed. So I'm like,
He looked like a college student. It's all good. Blue Red Man. Jersey City.
I'm trying to think though, like real talk. I'm thinking like, yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a lifestyle. That's one of the main ones I can think of. Like, oh, they had a big house and all the kids.
real shit. You light in the ass, boy. You weigh by the buck. Shout out to Red Man. I'm not dissing. Love Red Man. Hey. So,
Let's see.
I think a good follow-up would be the last question would be the last question out here. Simple things that we see as a flex. They're like, you balling, you got money, we got paid. But the simple things that like.
listen, to me, the simple thing that you flexing with is if I don't got to say nothing, but you reading, if I say something slight and you pick up what I'm saying, telepathy is a simple flex to me. That means you smart. And if you smart, then you can figure out other shit. So I love that. I think you flexing if you got that.
But isn't that only dependent on if you pick up on it?
Yes.
You
That's based off.
mean like flexing mentally?
Mentally, a mental flex. And if I could catch it,
I mean, we talking about like in a like
Money flex.
money flex.
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like anybody who could, because you could be broke enough, right?
Yeah, just think about it.
All right,
Simple.
You got that time.
I got some time. Yeah.
I don't know why it still kind of don't really have something to do with money, but like, no, I gotta think. Hold on.
A simple flex.
For me, I'm
Filling
not
up your
really.
tank.
Oh damn!
Shoot, now,
Time is real.
right now,
You got money.
Yeah.
Full tank.
I went to see my girl. She lived like 40 minutes away. I went 3 times a week. Yeah, she's like, I'm like, listen, we filled up.
Carpooling?
We could go.
Oh, God.
you gonna pick me up? Oh, flex.
Okay.
Damn.
And honestly, I guess it's like a when you go out to eat. I don't know if it's a courtesy. I don't know if it's being genuine. I don't know why, but like if someone just got it, they got the table without making anyone feel small about it.
The table? What you mean, like if all of us went out to eat?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm like, I could put my card down. Like,
You going out to eat after this podcast?
if you do that, you need a big deal. Then I'm like, all right, cool. We do
On Key
separate.
Bookstore. Tap.
On the set, on the gang, because
I still don't know.
Yeah. Money flex. I don't know. Money flex is kind of.
Yeah, because
I don't care.
I don't date girls that think about money like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you could see someone in all brand name, everything, highest quality, and it's like, is that your only outfit for that? I don't know your life.
The energy says something completely different. Shorty, if her energy's right, then, and I don't know why I'm thinking about women, but that's
You're a guy.
that's
You're a guy.
yeah, like
Women equal money. though.
I mean, because I forgot the question. Is the
What's
question
the right
like
one behind you?
like what do you see as like a simple flex? Like as a kid?
I think. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You good? You
Yeah,
thinking?
I'm good.
Need to.
I'm listening.
Oh no, I was gonna say a simple flex to me is like if somebody can just get up and go. You feel me? Like, yo, we about to go do this. Yeah, we about to go do this, and you could just go and do
Yeah.
it. I'm
No
like, all right, you
hesitation.
lit. Because me, I'm an impulse person. So if you say for you hit shorty and she just, yeah, what up? We do it. We with it. We could go take
Facts.
you'd be like, okay.
Facts.
Like,
2016 vibe.
yeah, she get points. You feel me? You get points. Or if like, say for instance, it's like middle of the workday or something like that, and somebody's just like, they chilling. You know what I mean? They might be out to eat or something like that. You could tell that they're not really worried about
time.
press for time. Not to say they got money,
yeah.
but it's a time thing. Like if you
Not
see somebody
rushing.
enjoying their time, and it's just like that's like a flex to me.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not really stressed. Like I gotta be somewhere. Like you be like, damn,
That
bro,
is a
you don't got
nice
nowhere to
flex.
go. I gotta leave.
Okay, so I'll say this: a good flex is clocking out and clocking in when you want to. That's a good flex. You just wake up and be like, yo, I don't feel like going to work. And you don't go. But then you say, like, at the end of the week, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going in because I want to make some type of money. But you have that choice to do so. You feel me? So I think just having that freedom is a good flex.
I was thinking as a kid, the kids that brought their lunch to school.
I go hold you. Shout out to my mom.
Yeah, cold.
Shout out to Auntie.
I had cold lunch. I had cold lunch.
No.
I had cold lunch line.
Yeah. Bro. So
I did
you
both.
didn't have a lunch pail
Like a lunch ticket. Like to get
to
hot
get it.
lunch. No.
Okay. No.
What age we talking
Wait.
first?
Cold? What?
We talking middle school, elementary, high school?
I'm starting in elementary. Right
Elementary, we had the lunchbox. Middle school, we had the paper bag.
Yeah. High school, you kind of just tucked it away and whatever, you know. I had in my purse, I hold a whole sandwich up.
That shit. Yo, that's a crazy transition.
Pull my sandwich out the book bag, shit.
Elementary, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Elementary.
the
you got
food was
lunchbox.
better for us, like middle school, high school. We had these little, like the little Pizza Hut, like kiosks that you would go up to and get a mini personal pizza and like juice and stuff. And okay, if you got $5, you set for the day. But in elementary school, you either get that stuff, you know,
What they had, Ken.
in elementary.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, they had this one thing.
Yeah.
I still remember it was a turkey, mashed potato, and gravy
Oh, they gave
mix.
y'all Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it used to hit like, oh, I want to get another one and another one. Like that used to be really good, but
You used to have to choose between the blue milk and the red milk.
no, we didn't have blue and red. We had chocolate or vanilla, like or plain milk.
None of it had the blue box of milk and then the blue box of
We
milk.
had pouches. We had pouches. Of
You drink milk out of
stuff
pouches?
You stuff your straw in it.
That's
what we
crazy.
had. We
You
didn't
drank
have
that
milk
too?
on it.
Capri Sun.
No, the milk.
Her shit came
Milk?
with a plastic bag and laid on the side. She stuck
What? And then if you didn't have money, on your card or whatever, they would snatch your hot lunch up out your face and bring you a cold sandwich.
gangster.
The teachers was doing, the administrators?
That the lunch lady.
Damn. Shout out
Word.
to them. They weak.
Kamani, how many times that happened? You look like you traumatized. Too many?
Y'all was prisoners over there, boy.
Support Key Bookstore's crowdfunding campaign.
It's a fact.
Here we go.
Real shit.
What about songs that's kind of representing that lifestyle?
Come on, man.
That lifestyle, like
Maybach Music 4.
yeah, Ross whole yeah.
Or Maybach Music 4.
Women.
Or if you just playing some young, you play some Young Jeezy, man, you gonna want some money. Play that Hypnotized by Young Jeezy, you gonna want some money. Real shit. Or some Rick Ross, you gonna want to live luxurious. So that's that's what I go to when I'm thinking about money. You feel me?
I think of Drake too. Like, oh, she bought pads in my Maybach. What's that song? You know, she took the keys.
That sound like every other
Yeah,
song.
I know.
Yeah, like,
I know.
These pads, what we talking?
Dang, she could go take my car that has gas in it, clearly.
Oh yeah, you like
And that Canadian gas, I don't know what that's looking like. You
that
feel
shit
me?
like
So,
expensive.
right.
Word. I think historically money ain't a thing. You feel me? Jay-Z, JD, money
Okay.
ain't a thing. Maureen Jaguars.
the full
I was like,
Okay.
shit.
Diddy too, just
More
now.
money, more problems. That used to be my shit. That was my favorite video book growing up. To be real, like a lot of Nipsey joint got the gems in it for me,
Yes.
bro.
For sure.
Nipsey be talking
Yes.
like,
yeah.
open, trusted, count deposit racks.
Yeah.
Nigga. Like he be saying, like the shit I be saying, like
Mm-hmm.
private. He'll put the gems in it, but you may not pick it up if you're not on that type
1000%.
of frequency. But
1000%.
sure, Nipsey, that marathon shit, like he was really dropping it in there.
You got to go back and listen to Nipsey's the ones where you listen to at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year go back and listen to it again.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have a different mind state.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pick up on the little gems that and it's super subtle because he doesn't say it on the punchline all the time.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Oh, shout out to Auntie Grace.
And he says all the time, Nipsey, I love watching his old interviews, you know, like he does drop those gems. I would say like inspired me to get money. Like I said, like I'm not really, I know I need money, but I'm more for the experiences. So it's like stuff I listen to on the way to work, you know, to make sure that like, let me get me right for this day.
Right.
I'll
that's a
put
good take.
Nipsey, I'll put J. Cole, and it's like, this will get me my stuff.
Down for any event of life.
If I get, yes, that too. That too.
J. Cole gets you pumped to get money?
Listen, hey, cool.
I gotta go pay my student loan.
Grand Hillside, inside of my frame lies a power. So whatever I'm doing at that moment, I have the power to do whatever I need to do.
That's the one time he said something about getting money.
You got it's not even about getting money.
He talking
be the
about.
one to
It's not
know.
about
I remember
getting
I was
money, it's
6.
more
I
about-
smoked weed. I smoked my first joint. He always remembering some shit.
So we not J. Cole fans on this side.
I do not fuck with Jekyll.
J. Cole.
Okay.
Out.
I'm playing.
Obviously YG too. His
my
money
gosh.
game crazy. YG, you know, he really
Toxic.
he inspired
Toxic.
Nipsey. Let's just talk about
What's
that.
his new song called, Kamani?
Wow, that was flagrant.
Huh?
What's his new song called?
Toxic?
Oh, toxic. Oh, that's
Toxic is
That shit hard. I fuck with YG.
yeah. Me too. I like this YG gang. High key.
So you want to get money to YG?
Yeah. He was I think in one of his last little albums with Mozzie. I think they was and Tiger. It was robbing banks and stuff. Not encouraging people to do
I'll
that.
tell you, run the bands up. Run the bands up. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's a fact.
I want you to
Oh, you
earn
from
money,
Cali,
not
though. That's why
steal
you
it.
from Cali, though.
Yeah, that's why she's
had-
good at
I
it.
should have had the red
He's
mic.
selling bricks.
Yeah.
So we don't like that. We don't like when we're talking about other things. So
Hey, yeah.
the songs we listen to might differ.
That's it.
Look,
Gucci
man.
Mane too. But yeah, that's
Vibes
that's
cartel.
Jeezy said, "Nah, I command you niggas to get money. If that don't make you want to get money, then you not hypnotized. You not listening to the song.
Yeah, I don't want a man to hypnotize me.
I don't need that.
Well, some niggas need to be hypnotized to get money though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they focus on getting. They need to get money though. They're not doing nothing with their time.
so.
Look at you sitting on the couch.
Speaking of getting money, as a kid, what were some ways that you was kind of like getting money, or how would you spend your money?
Yo.
when you would get it as a kid.
For the most part, as a kid, I was broke, yo.
He was
Keep it a bean. I was broke. I was trying to get money, but I didn't. I used to take people's trash out and shit like that and get that type of money.
Okay.
But the shit that we had that really got like lawnmowers, we wasn't allowed to like go mow people's lawns with our gas.
When you do that,
Nah, bro.
come home,
And I was trying to get money, but I think that when I got older and I tried to get money, I think that would have fucked up their tax return type shit. So they never let me like get a job type shit
that's-
for real.
wow.
And there wasn't that many jobs to get down there, to be honest with you,
true.
neither. I live.
where were you at? to
I
give
come
some
from
context?
a small town called in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So a graduating class was probably about, and I might be exaggerating, but I'm gonna say like 300, but it's probably less than that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't many places to work to get money, and niggas who was getting money was, you knew they
Listening to
was getting
Jeezy.
money.
They was
Yeah, they was listening to Jeezy. You feel me? So I had to listen to Jeezy. Real shit.
I was fortunate enough where I was playing sports all through high school, elementary, whatever. So my parents weren't like pressed for me to get a job. But I would shovel snow with my sister, some neighborhood people. We would shovel. And I'm talking about, we had snow back. I don't know. We had different snow.
That's a fact.
And we just go around and shovel snow.
That
20,
was an
30,
option
40.
in Southern California.
I definitely
you
shovel
do?
snow. I definitely
Sand?
shovel snow for bread. I sold candy at school for a period of time.
Kid, yeah,
For real? Oh,
for doing that, yeah.
Word?
They ended up
Yeah.
doing that in high school, yeah.
Yo, shout out to Carrie Ann. You know who you are. I had the business bumping.
Word.
She tried to
You was pushing
undercut me.
candy
Yeah, she
crazy.
was trying to undercut me. Everything was $1. Now she's starting to sell joints for 50 cents. I'm like, yo, why you selling the
Still making bread though.
But I'm
Shoot.
saying, why she would have collect coins? That joint was, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Hope you doing well in life. That's all, J-Do. I did that.
You ain't get her off the block.
Nah, it was like, I would have to get muscle. I'm not trying to drop the price. I ain't trying to get in the bidding wars. You feel me? I
Really?
got that petty. Let me stop. But nah, you know what I'm saying? I did that. Odd jobs and that. You got old enough, you could do like, I remember Hartford had like the CRT, like little summer job program and stuff like that. I was doing like some web, what was it? Like some, remember HTML coding, like for like Black Planet on them little websites and shit?
You was doing that?
You know, I'm saying I learned how to HTML code from Black Planet.
Word,
Or
word.
like MySpace. And then they'd be like, yo, you gotta code this web page.
They had
Or
a Black
Hartford,
Planet.
whatever.
I feel it.
I was like,
You was
all right,
doing
I can
coding.
do it. You feel me?
Word.
That's like you got a little older.
I think I literally only got birthday money, real talk. They didn't think I was capable of doing
Doing too much.
But then, you know, they try to have me outside doing yard work. in 100+ degrees.
It's lit.
Where I mean, I can't make it. I can't do it. So
I have a cousin that he's, I don't know, middle school, high school, I don't know. He, you know, collects bottles, and he bought his laptop. He bought a sound system. He's doing like
He was grinding.
mixing, and
He
just
knew-
with all his, you know, like
He knew the value of $1.
Yeah.
That's the thing, yo. If I really understood the value of $1, I would have been getting to that paper. Like shorty that was undercutting you for that candy.
She knew.
If I looked at like a competition, like every dollar counts, I would have got her out the
wasn't-
way. She wasn't coming up for real. I know she hurt herself.
Because she had to re-up, but it's probably come from my mom. You feel me? Whatever.
She was hurting herself trying to get you out the way.
It's all good.
She was just
feel like-
starving you. She was waiting till you starve, nigga.
Yeah.
And she
She
up
was
to that.
trying to get him to think of revenge 20 years later.
It's all good.
Like,
She cool. Shout out to her.
Facts.
I feel like it's an important skill, though, at an early age to figure out what skills you can actually monetize and how. Like,
Yeah.
that's
1,000.
that's critical. As
Yeah.
soon as you can figure out whatever you could do with your hands and your brain or your voice or
1,000.
your body, well,
Whoa.
Dancing. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think that's why it's so cool nowadays, because kids getting paid to play video games. I used to spend hours playing video games. I ain't gonna sit for playing no video games. You feel me? And the kids
I would have
making
had
money.
bread.
YouTube channels.
Yes.
Like, I think that's super
Mine.
dope. Like, you feel
Yeah.
me? Like, for kids that had an option now to kind of like really put things in their
Yes.
own hands and not have to ask permission from their
Create
parents
your
type of
own
thing.
platform.
And you could do that as a, imagine doing that when you started doing that when you 6, 7, 8. By the time you 18,
You got it
Get your
mapped
little
out.
audience together.
somebody can't really tell you nothing. Like, you already got the skills to kind of monetize yourself.
Outside of social media, though, I do want kids to keep developing other skills. Because just because it's not you not making dumb bread off it right now, develop that skill, right? You're going to figure out how to make money from it later. Like when I was a good artist, so people used to come to me to get their portraits drawn, right? And my goofy ass, like, let me tell you, it was the pretty girls too. Used to come, Lee, can you draw me type shit?
Yes.
And I was not.
Yes.
Let me tell you, because I honestly was like, I wasn't on the wave of money at that point, right? And I probably wound up drawing 2 pictures before I got drained. But I could have made like $40. You feel me? And I could have just kept pricing it like that. I was drawing
You
people
be
around.
over shit quick too.
I
Like,
do.
you be Like, I'm over this.
You know what I'm saying? But if I knew the value, if I knew what $20 could do, and then pile it up, and knew what I could get with that shit for real, I would have kept just doing that. So tell your kids to get their money, man. If they could draw, tell them you charge that kid $10, because he ain't gonna do nothing but try and buy candy with it.
You think it's important to have a goal when you working for money? Like,
What do you mean?
like
Yes.
whether you want to buy something or whether you want to have a certain lifestyle, imagine. Think it's important to have an idea in your head,
Definitely. I think it's very important to see.
visualize.
Yeah, because why am I working?
That's why.
Why am I here for 8 hours a day, 12, 10, whatever it is? Why am I
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
What is it going towards? You know, like if I'm, again, money is great, money kind of, but happiness. Where's that happiness? You know, because you could get all the money, you know, there's rich people and they got problems, you know?
Right.
So, and then there's broke people, we got problems. So it's like, where
do the problems stop?
they
Honestly.
don't.
Never.
I think that I would say, how do you keep that spark with money? Like, personally feeling like, okay, I'm gonna keep grinding for what? Sometimes, like,
Yeah, I think honestly, you gotta have an end game in mind. You just gotta know, like, so you know how far to go, and if you're going too far or if you didn't go far enough, like you have an end game. I think a lot of people sometimes travel through life without an end game, and they just do things like, you know, like your pop said, because everybody else is doing it, and they kind of feel lost when they're on that journey because they don't really have an end game in mind of where they want to be at. So you may feel lost, you may feel unfulfilled because you don't feel like you're going towards something that you want. And I think a lot of times people get discouraged from believing in the end game and believing in certain goals because people say you can't do that. You feel me? Like if it's clear to you in your head, then that's what you need to be doing or working towards it. And then I think once you kind of do that, then the path starts to open up for you rather than just being in a cyclical, rat chase for its tail type. In the you know, what I'm saying what's the name? What do they call it? The
Hamster
rat
wheel,
race?
the rat
race.
Yeah.
the rat race.
I think it's good to get a taste of what some of your aspirations and things can be.
Yeah.
I think it is okay. You're like, oh, I would normally do this luxury event or something, or go to this luxury restaurant or whatever your thing is, but kind of give you an idea of like, oh, tasting a little bit of the finer things in life to kind of say, I like this for me.
Bingo.
A spa day, massages,
For sure.
whatever the let me start getting my nails done
Right.
and keeping them done. What is that like? And now it's like, I can't stop this. So let's kind of level it up.
To maintain that lifestyle or to gain into that lifestyle that you want.
Start stepping in.
Exactly.
I started saying like lead with abundance. Like, so stepping out saying like, I already got it. Like, let me wear my nicest stuff more often, like most often. Let me like do my hair more often, keep it done. You know what I'm saying?
The more things you feel like you need, you're gonna find a way to get the money.
That's what I'm saying. You got to live how you want to live.
Right.
You end up living how you want to live.
Even before you think you aren't there.
Because you gotta maintain it.
Be there. Be
Right.
there. And then things will start to manifest itself around you.
For sure.
See, and I still like even listen to your conversation. Like I'm struggling even listening because it's like, yeah, you want to have this end in mind and you're striving for that and you're trying to get everything that you want to make you feel good. But at the same time, it's like getting things, it is material or like, so some self-care and the experiences I feel like are more valuable than anything else.
Yeah.
And then we realize,
They don't have to cost though.
listen, if I wanted massage every day, spa every other day, hair done, so it's like, how often can I do all these things? You're like, what do
I was able to do it for a week this month.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how can I make it?
I would definitely have a massage every day.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about
Moving,
I would have a scalp massage.
Oh, you know how that feel when you get the nice little. That shit, you felt like I'm. What?
Hello?
Somebody watch it?
Oh man, when they jog your
It don't even feel like they really doing nothing for real. They
take
just
my head, take my head off my neck type.
There you go.
So that. You stupid.
I want to bring up books for a minute because obviously, we're a book positive space. What about books that inspire our money game?
I don't read.
Okay.
He can go get a book right now.
He's gonna get
what
a book.
he doing.
He's gonna get a book.
Um,
I think what's my joint? Well,
Oh, I know mine.
go ahead. You got it.
No, you got
I got it.
Okay. Richest Man in Babylon
Ooh,
was
that's a good
really inspirational because
good one.
they take you from the bottom to the top. Like you're starting in that like, hey, you're enslaved by your debt. How do you get back right and make honest with what needs to be made right? So yeah, that's a foundational book, and it's like literally this big and probably less than $10 at keybookstore.com only. Period.
Got
you
that?
got, you got to share.
I mean, to piggyback off that, a short one, I think, kind of in that same vein, I think The Alchemist, too, I think is a good one.
I gotta read that one.
You ain't read it
Real
yet?
talk, I haven't read it.
You got it, though, right?
There's a lot of classics.
You got it?
Not at the moment.
We gonna have it at the Key Bookstore.
but we gonna have it.
That's a good one. It talks about just going on your journey and, really, I think when you find yourself, you'll find everything that you need to find. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's money or anything else. I think it kind of outlines that.
In we talked about end earlier.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm kind of like, there's no ends. That ends.
Right.
And then you need a new thing. And then if it don't come fast enough or whatever,
Right.
like That's the hard part.
That's that's why you need that balance to keep present, being
Present,
okay
yes.
with everything you have now. Like, okay, I got one massage this week. You know, be
Yes.
okay with that, be happy with that. Because like you said, like, where's the end goal?
I think
Like if you keep striving is up. So where do you stop? And I'm sorry, but not having that balance and not like being present and being okay with whatever you're doing in the moment, depression, stress.
Dissatisfaction.
So it's
Yeah.
it's
You don't want
it's a
it to be
scale,
rat race.
Libra.
yeah, and I think and when I say end game, it's more so like it's a self-awareness thing. Like your end game is to know yourself and where you are, and because you constantly learn more things about yourself. What you think you like, you may not like it, and you may readjust, or you become more fulfilled when you know yourself and know where you're at. And I think a lot of times people they get led astray because they're living accordingly to how other people live, and they're judging their self-awareness to other people's, what other people may have or material things. And I don't think it's about that. Like the end game could be like trying to feel good. You feel me? Like, so in order for me to feel good, I like massages. Massages help me feel good and make me be my best self. So like I know that that's a tool to help me feel good. Like the end game is to feel good. It's not to get a massage.
Stay.
You know what I'm saying?
Feel good. Diet too.
Diet.
Yeah,
diet's
being able to
huge.
buy certain groceries and stuff.
all organic, all natural things, you're paying $4
Milk is
more for the
$7
same
right
tomato.
now.
That's probably the same damn farm, just on the other side.
Yeah.
If you take it a bit further and start growing your own, see,
Yeah, and have land to do that.
you see what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly.
So in the end, you want to eat healthy, but you probably really want to grow your own shit. So then you start thinking about your garden, but you need, like you said, you need land for that.
Time.
So the more fulfilled you are, and you need time to do that too. So then you get to being outside in that land in that sun, working on your garden and your vegetables. You probably be fulfilled as an MFer. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I like to perceive things. Like even when it comes to, I'm sure I would love a massage, but suppose that guy's out of town. What am I gonna do?
Right.
I'm just gonna be in pain while he gone? Huh?
My bad. Never mind.
I mean, guys, unisex.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I didn't think of a dude, but whatever. Suppose I want a massage.
Now we can't say massage. I'm right. Get your hair done when your hair is done, right?
It's so
Yeah,
rad.
I got my second book there.
You know why though? Because now I start thinking about, would a woman have the strength to get the kink out my shoulder blade, or maybe I need to do to get it out?
Hey, yo.
Hey, time out, man. We're not even doing that.
All right, my bad. My bad.
Nah, but for real, like, so if they're out of town, then I need to find a way to do that myself. And that probably comes from some type of Pilates or yoga, you know what I'm saying, yoga. I have to, you know what I'm saying, just to get in touch with your body. So I've been learning that just being in tune with your own body, being in touch with your body, it's like happiness for real. If you can listen to your body, you can be happy.
And adhere to it. Like, hey, my back hurt. I can't come in today.
And that part too. So that a little subtle flex is when I use my sick days. Because I get paid less when I use my sick days, this was last year, than if I show up at work. Because it was just some bull. That's some bull. So I would be going to work all sick. I'm like, no, I'm using this sick day and I'll be okay, but listen to your body. I know what? I need 2 days. I need 3 days.
That is a flex. That is a little bit of a flex.
Yeah.
You got the other book?
The other book? Oh, sorry. My second book is The Creature of Jekyll Island. I think that's like an important book, like for people to read to really understand like money and like it's about like the Federal Reserve and how it came about and stuff like that. How, families got together and certain bankers got together in Jekyll Island in Georgia to determine like how they
Georgia, the country?
No, Georgia, the state. Jekyll Island's in Georgia.
Oh.
But they got together to determine like the whole like financial system, where we are now. I think it's important to kind of understand what's going on beneath the surface, to really get a good eye on how to pivot and make good decisions about what you are to do next. So I would definitely suggest that. And that's like opposite of the other books. That's a big book.
Okay.
But I think it's a good book to have in your collection.
The books I read, or even shows I watch, they inspire me in certain ways. So again, to get those experiences. So I was reading a book about the Tarahumara running people. So it was like, I want to go to Mexico and ask them questions. So it's like, now my next trip might be there to ask them questions about this. So it's like, that's kind of where it comes from, like my inspiration for things. Like I see something on TV. I saw homie at in Switzerland. I was like, oh, I want to go there.
It makes you want to jump into the scene.
Yes, but then taking those steps to get the money to do that, very comfortably.
Okay. Okay, word. Well, I think we've kind of summarized the concept of more money, more problems here at Key Bookstore. I appreciate all of you guys being here. You got any last words you want to say to the people?
Who wants to start?
We're going around. Go ahead.
He was preparing.
So I'll be last.
All right, look. So here's a gem I was thinking of. I think if you want to make everlasting money, right? Yeah, first it is being of service to people, but I think you could never go wrong if you're studying people. So if you're creating something that studies people and that studies our nature, you will continue to make money. You can't lose with that. I feel like every gigantic corp is just gathering information and data on our habits and how to manipulate us through those. So if you know how to, if you have an eye for that, you can't lose. And we might want to edit that out, but yeah. That's it.
Oh, we're going down the line.
What?
Oh, okay. Last words, follow me is Dre _ Prophet on Instagram and Twitter. And I would say that check your paperwork, because paperwork is probably the most important thing. When you first born, you know what I'm saying, you get signed over, you got a birth certificate, you get a social security number. If you want to look into it, those are debt creating instruments. And if you start Googling that stuff, and it'll set you on a whole rabbit hole of things, and you kind of understand what quote unquote money is and stuff like that. I don't want to get too deep into it right now, but that's a little carrot for you guys.
Dre on the next episode.
Ooh. I would say that make sure your needs are met, some of your wants, and make sure that you know yourself. How we were saying, know yourself, be happy, because more money, more problems, less money, still problems. So
Less money, more.
money's not a fix all for sure. So make sure that you know your way around yourself in order to make yourself happy. This is Elisa. My Instagram handle AI.LYSS_ is private. So I'm not sure what I would do with that.
So she will be curating her follower list.
Yeah, some curator. Did you hear? I started a new business.
And yes, I just want to thank our sponsors again. First of all, the Weed and Whiskey Podcast for providing audio equipment for this episode. Very much so appreciative. The Hog River Brewery right here in Hartford, Connecticut on Park Street, our neighbors. Shout outs to them. And
Cheers.
yes, this is all to bring awareness to Key Bookstore's crowdfunding campaign. We're raising $350,000 total, but we're doing it in increments. And you guys sharing, at the very least, supporting the content that we're creating at this time will help us tremendously along the way. So our first goal is $10,000. Share all this content with your friends, family, the world. We can turn nothing into something. Our last crowdfunding campaign actually was for $2,500, and we've turned this into a standing storefront that we didn't have before, state-of-the-art website, and content like this. So 6-figure investment is going to change the world. So please go on ahead and support, and thanks guys again for tapping in. See you later. Tapping out.